Now, next, Sony, the showstopper, or I don't know.
Do you believe that Sony had the best E3?
The debate
well,
matcher.
well, people seem to be split on Sony. They're like, they only showed fucking 4 games that we knew about.
What they said it from the get. It was like, yo,
I
we're
know,
only focusing
I
on
know.
just 4 games.
I know. But again, those 4 games they showed are fucking real fucking bangers. So it's like, in the spirit.
Well, almost, because
Yeah.
no,
I was disappointed in one.
Not
So.
to bash on your main, but that
We'll
training
get to
was
it.
fucking weird.
No, but you're not the only one.
No.
It seems like.
What?
I will get to it. So, Last of Us Part 2. God, that game looks fucking good.
Yeah, it looks kind of nuts.
The animations, the way
Yeah,
they're
the
using
animation.
this new technology. I forgot what it's called. Blend something. It's called like blend animations, where they record the person like doing a bunch of different animations, like just going like this, and they capture it from every actor, and they just blend it in together. So the game knows when to call in an animation for what. So like that's when you're running, and she gets a bottle. It looks natural. She's like, gets it. Like it gives you like the sense. You don't see the transition between animations. You don't see an animation stop, and then automatically go to the next one. You see it like naturally moving, and the way she takes cover and everything, and when she talks the back of the car and all that stuff. They're doing it a lot more realistically now, and it looks fucking fantastic. What do you guys think of the how violent it is? How much more violent it is?
I
than the
loved
first
it that it what do you it's what do you call that thing that the God of War does that a lot, where it's like it doesn't load.
one. No loading.
It was like one shot, like a one shot thing.
Yeah, it's not a one shot this game, but yeah.
No, but it does between the cinematic and a lot of the fights, because that shit was amazing. The way like when you start fighting it, it's like those finishing moves and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That
I mean, they're
That shit
planning
was
to
amazing.
make it part of the actual game, like actually happening while you're playing it. Cause in Last of Us 1, I remember the demo. There was a few animations that didn't make it to the actual game. A few things that they showed, but in Part 1 they did have that already. Like we said, like there was one part.
not the way they
No. But it had like you could see how that's an evolution of what already the
Yeah.
first one. Cause the first one animation was fucking nuts back in the day. I
Yeah.
thought it was like fucking.
Well, I mean, like for one, it's like some of the animations felt like so organic too. It's like you would take cover with Joel, and Ellie would creep up and like huddle right underneath your arm, taking cover with you and whatnot. And as you would move, she would kind of slide over and move around you, trying to make as
Yeah.
little noise as possible. But you could tell where it was mo-capped in a sense where she would avoid your body to get around you, as opposed to just like kind of clip right through going to you.
Yeah. So I mean, they're definitely working on some really cool technology for this one.
George over here trying to get a pedo joke out of me or something.
You were working your way there.
I was, but then I saw you and I'm
So-
like, say something.
so-
say something, because I will.
Are you guys excited about Last of Us 2?
I've been excited.
I'll be more excited like when there's a week left for the game.
Yeah, true.
It's hard to get excited now
we're-
when you don't know the game's coming out.
Yeah,
I'm excited when they say something about Joel. I'm still waiting.
I don't like to be
Did you
honest.
see Joel's hair?
I don't think think about it. I don't think we need Joel anymore.
I
You
still
need
think
him,
we need Joel.
but I don't think we need to play as him anymore. Like,
Why not?
But
It'd be
what
cool
else?
if
What arc
Well, they
does
did
he-
it. They did it in the first Last of Us where we
They
played.
switched?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised if they switch, but like, what arc is there left to tell about Joel?
And
the
Joel-
story was told.
Joel will be pretty old at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, this dude's like in his 50s.
And man, he went through a lot of shit in the first game too. He got stabbed and like.
So who knows if he can even freaking move at
I
this?
know.
That's what I mean. I've thought of this.
The next game, Ghosts of Tsushima,
No.
by your boys Sucker Punch.
I was sold.
Yeah,
The graphics in that game looked fucking. Whew.
Let's skip this next one though. I don't care anything for Destiny 2.
Yeah, we could skip it. But
Bye. Bye.
Irving, Ghost of Tsushima, hot or not?
Hot.
That game looks fucking.
People.
There's a-
I understand. I understand its criticism, but I like it. Like the cinematic was fucking amazing.
Dope. It's like
That's the only thing I'm worried about because what we saw is halfway through the game.
It's also just a side quest.
It's also just a side quest.
Oh.
The only thing that leaves me kind of like, is the fact that the game looks and like the game itself looks fantastic. It's just the fighting looks like, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yeah.
I heard the fighting changes though when you're doing it.
Well-
when you meet
well, there's,
somebody of honor, like a samurai, like like
yeah,
battle.
didn't you notice that
Yeah.
whole scene? How there was a feel changing in the entire scene, whereas when it was like the three Hungarians, it was
And
just
they said the fighting is different when you're fighting
Mongolians,
just a
yeah.
normal thug guys, whatever, instead of
But-
an actual like.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I
Man,
hope
I
they
love- no,
I
but
hope
I
they
love
nail
that,
the
like, the whole-
tones and
I
the
love the whole-
feels.
because remember he's learning. He has to step away from his samurai ways.
He
That's
is
what
the
you
ghost
see-
of Tsushima.
Yeah,
so.
as you see him climbing and stuff, samurais don't fucking climb and do ninja shit. So he, I guess
Apparently, they've all gotten like all the samurais have gotten like pretty slaughtered at this point. He's
Yeah.
like the last one, but he's
So-
like slaughtering them. So that's what they call him. They call him the ghost of Tsushima.
So he's had to learn all these other techniques from these different things that he didn't know. So that he's climbing using traps and all this crap.
Man,
And they said
I
they
love
said it's
the
gonna
whole,
work
like,
exactly like it did in Infamous, like
in
the
the
last
trailer?
Infamous, that you could change your abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that it's gonna work similar to that.
Similar to that, yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's where it comes ninja mode and regular
Yeah,
samurai
I
mode.
don't know. It just, to me, it's just the game. Seeing the game run looks crazy, but then I've seen aspects of stuff that just looks okay. I mean, again, we don't know when this game's coming out.
Kind of like Rise.
Exactly, Rise looks fucking fantastic, but then the combat's just like okay. It looks like Batman when he comes out of the thing. Exactly, just like Batman Arkham Knight when you tag 3 guys, he comes
Yeah.
down and the camera fucking zooms around, almost exactly like Batman.
I mean,
Fuck you,
I
man.
love one thing that the studio was pretty cool about was the background noise. When I
Foley?
mean what I'm saying, yeah, kind of like the fact that you can see the army approaching as
Yeah.
you're fighting is something that a lot of studios don't do. That when they're focusing
Yeah,
on, it's
dude,
like
Sucker
that's
Punch.
it takes a lot of energy for
I
that.
love Sucker Punch. One of my favorite studios.
And they look like this story might be a pretty.
Yeah.
Because if that's
So
just
it-
a side story and you're seeing a freaking army coming towards
Yeah.
you,
But it just adds to that like in how it's suspense kind of
Yeah.
like, you know,
And
like
there's-
it's
and
like fuck
There's a
like
dedicated button to wipe your sword.
Nice.
You keep wiping
that,
it.
Immersion.
he's like loved about that. I'm like, you know what? I'll never clean my sword.
Bro.
And,
bro.
have you guys seen the new blood tech they have? The blood now is like actual
Thick.
like blood. They actually drops and like runs down the clothes and shit and drops.
Yeah, so if you get stabbed in the game, you get stabbed in real life. Just,
Yeah.
you know,
So
that's
Just
real
a little
now.
be mindful when you play this. All right.
Skip.
Next, skip. Control by
Janet
the
Jackson.
guys at Remedy. But the guys at Remedy, former Microsoft guys.
I know they're feeling some type of way.
And supposedly this game
Jim
is
Shep-
pretty interesting. It's like it looks a lot like Quantum Break, which is crazy.
Ship jumpers.
They had to. Nobody was buying their games on fucking Xbox. Like what the fuck? Like
Then you
like Alan
keep
Wake. Nobody
you
fucking
keep making them until they do.
like Alan Wake.
Words never better said from a Xbox fanboy.
I hope they still make Alan Wake and all that crap.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Because Alan Wake 2 and Quantum Break were like, they were like
In the same universe or
not
some
the same
shit.
universe, but like they were cult hits. Like people really liked
I
those
mean,
games.
but you saw Alan Wake shit in Quantum Break,
Yeah,
though.
you do.
That was
But I
fucking
think
nuts.
but they already announced that they will have a TV here. It's like a just thing they do.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Or
mean,
maybe
they also Remedy.
They started breaking into the same reality.
And remember, every game that Remedy makes is fucking like awesome. They made Max Payne, fucking.
Yeah, the old ones.
I know the first 2 they made them.
Yeah.
Then they went over to Alan Wake. Then they went over to, because to them it's all about like gameplay. I mean, story's really strong, but gameplay to them is like feels.
Yeah.
In Quantum Break, you feel like a fucking superhero. You have all your powers. You're fucking zooming around, having a shield up, and fucking shooting guys.
And they said they learned from Quantum Break because a lot of people didn't like a lot of. They said they spent too much time on like cutscenes and stuff. So
But they didn't.
Fuck them, and even then the cutscenes were fucking nuts. Yeah, that shit's
People were
that's
mad about
so
the TV show part of
obnoxious.
it too.
That
I
was
was glad they were trying
so.
something
That was
different.
that
That was
was such a
different.
crazy twist.
And yeah,
So they said they learned from that, so they're gonna cut
Just-
back on it. a
because
little
people were
bit,
upset about
yeah.
the having like a TV show in it. I was like, that's fucking great. You have a TV show in this show. That's fucking awesome. That changes with your choices.
Exactly, that was fucking nuts. All we needed left was a television show to actually go by.
And the cool thing about it is too that the TV show was from the bad guy's point of view,
Mm-hmm.
and the game when you're playing it, so
Wasn't
like
the good.
it's like you see something happen, you're like, wait, how would that play out in the game? You do something in the game, and then you see it happening in the TV show, but through their point of view. So like maybe you stop time in the game, and then you go back to the TV show, and you see like something changes in front of them. You're like, oh wait, that's when I stopped time right there, and did that specific thing, which was cool. When you steal the girl's gun,
Yeah.
it just vanishes from her hand. The TV show, he's like, "What the fuck?" But in the game, you see he stop time. You see just fucking take it from her hand. It's fucking awesome. Resident Evil 2 remake. That looks fucking
Yeah,
dope.
that looks nuts.
That looks really good.
Can't wait.
I actually saw some gameplay of it. I'm a little worried. It looks kind of janky. The camera doesn't look like it's cinematic enough. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's stuck behind them. It looks like you could fly it around. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. I'm gonna skip the next one. Kingdom Hearts 3. They showed off some new gameplay with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Looks good. Alright.
Postman
That-
Simulator.
Death Stranding. I never seen people turn a game so fucking hard in my life. Listen,
Well-
if you trust Kojima, just fucking trust him.
Yeah, but come on, bro. That's like, come on, bro.
trust him.
Like, I get it.
I'll have
you know,
his
we
kids.
I don't know Kojima like that, like you guys do, but come on, bro.
You left like, what the fuck? We're confused, and you.
I still don't know what the fuck this game is
know.
about.
I'm in. I'm
No,
fucking
but
in.
the
Nah,
thing is,
nah.
people were expecting. They've been saying it. Don't expect this to be as big as a Metal Gear because it won't be.
It's not
It's
even
going
that.
to
It's like they
It's
say
gonna be even bigger than Metal Gear.
No, it's-
Just you fucking wait.
It's replayable.
It's
That's
not.
the thing.
Is it, they said
That's fine.
No.
they kept saying we're gonna show you gameplay. All they showed was walking and climbing.
Well, no, there's a part where he's sneaking, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
It-
Trying to get through those beams.
That
and
it,
shit,
that
that-
it, look,
and
that
they
it looked
grab-
like Metal Gear.
Then
for
a
second,
random
he's like,
woman showing up out of nowhere. You know, like
'Cause she,
But
I'm
that's
sure
Metal
she
Gear.
died.
Shit just happens out of nowhere.
Especially with women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what people are disappointed. Is they're like, no, we're gonna finally get gameplay.
But maybe
What
that's
the fuck is going on?
Maybe that's what it is. You're just traveling. Maybe there is no fucking shooting and shit.
that's weird as fuck, bro. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
that's-
There was a gun in one of the scenes.
Yeah,
so
there's-
I'd imagine.
But
there's
maybe it could be a secondary thing. Maybe he's like, no, I'm gonna go all in
All right,
on
what's
stealth.
with the
for this.
baby?
Listen,
in the
if,
light.
if that's the gameplay, it's gonna be a
What's
boring
with
ass
the
game, bro.
what's with the what's with
could be
the
interesting. We
fetus
never know.
in The light.
You never know.
It's
Who
like-
knows?
Maybe the
It's weird as
exploring
fuck.
is.
Maybe that's him.
Maybe traveling
Maybe
for
he's trying to
3
save
days straight
himself.
in real
Who
time.
knows?
That's the twerk. He really is a mailman. He's just trying to deliver a package.
People don't understand because
He's a porter,
It's the future. It's normal.
transporter.
All right. Then they also showed announced Neo 2. Interesting. And Deracine. I don't know what that is.
It's kerosene.
All
What
right.
did
Shut up. Spider-Man. All right. I think they've showed too much of this game already. Like, I was surprised they closed with it. Since that's the game we know the most about. We've seen the most about.
It's because
Maybe
it's
that's
coming
why.
out soon, and they're like, buy us.
I know, but I think they should have closed maybe with Asta was. I think they would have been a fucking showstopper.
And I think they had that whole thing planned in the beginning, like that little built-up church that they had.
Yeah,
So apparently
that
they
tent.
didn't. No, they had that planned, but apparently the technical difficulties were not planned.
What technical difficulties?
Because they had to move everybody out to the actual place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of technical shit was going down. Remember the part where you see them
Well, that's 'cause
talking for like
they
20 minutes? You're like, what the fuck is going on?
That's because they told nobody that this was the plan. So if they told people, it's like, hey, we're not staying here. This is just a temporary, quick stop.
I just feel like, press conferences is an art. You have to like... It,
That's what-
it pretty much is what these press conferences are just PR. Like, their marketing. Their marketing team's fucking selling you under a shit. And usually I'm into the whole art of it, like feeling, like E3 conferences, you feel a certain way. I felt like at the end, I was like, oh, something else. Remember you were talking like, oh, something else after this. Why the closing with Spider-Man? We already know about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And there was
Yeah,
nothing.
I
Yeah,
feel like
no.
you have to. Like, you just.
I think
I don't know.
it's
I-
literally
I-
just because it's coming
I
out.
don't know
soon,
that you
so.
feel like you have to, but I don't mind it as much. I just didn't mind it as much.
I know.
Closing
The thing is, I've already seen 3 press conferences where they're close to the damn Spider-Man game. And I think the one before that looked better than that demo. That's my problem with it. And
I think they just wanted to show off that all these villains are in it.
No,
And
I
there's
don't
still
mind-
more.
No, I don't care that the demo's there. What I'm saying is the fact that they closed with it is the problem. Because you stuck there like, wait, something else at the
Yeah.
end?
Is there more coming?
Is there more? Because why would they close with Spider-Man? We've already seen like fucking 20 trailers of Spider-Man by this point.
Going into Spider-Man a little bit. Why? I feel like
Oh, it was leaked who the bad guy was at the end. Is Octopus.
what else?
Well, we pretty much guessed that.
Yeah,
What
'cause
Octopus?
Sinister Six, but at the end it was like you. I guess one of the actors leaked it or something. By
So
accident.
Doc Ock kills Peter Parker.
I don't think he kills him, but
I mean,
it was
Miles Morales is in the game, so
he is in the game. That's the part we don't know. They might do some crazy shit.
like I was saying, but shouldn't they move away from Peter Parker at least in the games?
Well, that's what I mean. It almost looks like that beginning. That's the beginning of the game. Like there's a tutorial that you play as Peter Parker.
they could do a Metal Gear Solid 2.
Hey, you remember that?
Yeah,
You
you
remember
fucking-
that?
Dude,
Wait,
if
what
they
happened?
do that,
Wait,
fucking
what?
table
They,
will
they
flip.
move away from Snake?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Everyone was
you
like,
play the beginning
You
as
start, yeah, you
Snake.
start the game as Snake,
And then,
and then
You don't
5
finish the
minutes
game.
in, 5 minutes in, man, crazy shit happens, and then you wake up as Raiden.
No, technically you're still Snake.
Yeah, technically you're still Snake.
You're still Snake.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Technically you're still
all right,
Snake.
but anyways,
Whatever,
going back
that's-
to Spider-Man.
He's
I think, like, you know, there's plenty of Spider
long,
people.
but he was like,
What?
Madam, there's plenty of Spider people that they can, you know. I'm not saying that Miles Morales, but you got like, you know.
Oh God! Don't
Me?
let them go back into the fucking Spider Verse crap. This you're gonna fucking have the 20, 70, 25, 77 guy, and then the fucking.
All right, I want Miles. That's what it
Spider-Man
is.
Noir.
I want
He's
Miles.
in it. Miles is in it.
As a playable character.
I don't know if
Yes,
he's playable.
I believe he is. I believe they've
He's
said that a
playable.
while
Okay, he
ago.
might be
so.
playable.
Peter Parker.
I know
dies within the first 5 minutes
I know
of
you get the
thing.
Iron Spider DLC if you
Yeah.
pre-order it, so-
Those are just cosmetics, though.
damn.
Those
Yeah.
just fucking. They always
Yeah,
do that in
you better
Spider-Man.
pre-order that
And
shit.
have you seen the game actually outside, like swinging and stuff? Looks fucking crazy good.
And everybody
swinging
says,
on a
everybody who's
fly-ass
played it
fucking
says that
Spider-Man.
they've in the demo they just swung around because it feels so good.
And they
It's just-
and the main inspiration Spider-Man 2 for the PS2 and GameCube. That's the fucking best Spider-Man game.
anyway,
Is that the one that you can't like land on the floor because then you'll die?
No.
Oh,
No,
the
that was
two?
open world.
Really?
2, you see the web sticking to
Are
all
you
the
sure
fucking.
that
You
wasn't
remember
like
that one?
Xbox? Was that on Xbox?
Yes,
Yeah,
well.
that I played it on
That
Xbox.
that game was fucking crazy
Played
good.
it on Xbox. That was nuts. That was.
big ass control.
That was one of the.
Yep.
that was one of the ones.
Yeah,
back,
when
that-
people thought triggers didn't make sense on a controller. Meanwhile, 2 years.